All right, so we're getting pretty close to the end of February. I think it's February the 18th. And you think, when's it gonna stop? I don't know if it's going to. Check this out. These right here are 55-gallon drums. Behind it, that is the same level of ground as right there. What is that? 5 feet snowdrift? The hill does rise there, but the wind is always blowing from that direction. Always. You know, in the past couple of days, we've had non-stop steady wind coming from Lake Erie this way, and it creates these insane snowdrifts. And this boy doesn't know what to think of it, really, honestly. Stubby is over there because about a week ago, whenever we didn't have any of this snow, we didn't have much snow at all, you know. Really, truly, we did not have much snow at all. And so I thought, I'm just going to drive around here, you know, and go back there. I can get to the basement down there, right? Nope. I was driving along just thinking everything was hunky-dory. Stubby was doing just fine. Had to be a 4-wheel drive and everything. Snow was only about, I don't know, 7 inches deep or something like that. And then all of a sudden I just hit a drift and just stopped. And so I was like, I told myself, well, Stubby's gonna park right here for quite a while because I'm gonna have to wait for that snow to melt to even try and get him out. Because if I tried to get him out with the tractor or the truck, either one, they would get stuck. And so I'm not risking that, so I just shut him down. And now, speaking of the tractor, check this out. I can't get to my tractor. So I can shovel those out all you want, you know, which I have, right? But inside there, the track underneath, where it has melted and then refrozen, the doors are frozen shut. I'd have to get a flamethrower to it to do any damage. So there's a local plow guy, and he's been coming and plowing our driveway, which honestly it doesn't have to happen all that much, you know. But anyways, just explaining things and how much snow we actually have. I just checked today. I was looking at, I think it was 147 inches of snowfall that we have gotten so far this year, which is, I believe, 12 feet of snow. And they're like, we haven't gotten this much snow in 20 years. You know, this is, people are talking about, their kids are going, what is the deal with all this snow? They, you know, because their whole life they've lived up here and they don't know that it snows like this up here. So this is a unique year, and I'm hoping, you're going to probably laugh at this, I'm hoping it keeps going. I hope we got 20 years of this, because with me, the very first winter of being here, I understand that my barn at minimum needs to have an overhang and something to block the snow from blocking those doors at minimum, but it's going to need a roll-up door too. I don't understand how people live up here for decades and not fix these little, you know, issues. I just don't get it. I mean, how are you going to just suffer with your barn doors being shut and you can't get to the tractor? No, figure out a design that works to stop that, prevent the frickin' air from blowing, the wind from blowing and blocking your barn doors, people. But sometimes that's what it takes. You live up in an environment like this your whole life, and you know, in 1960 you couldn't do anything but get the old shovel out and deal with it. And you know, so you swam in that water so long you don't realize how muddy it is. It takes a fresh set of eyes. But look at this. That's from the plow. I was gonna walk out there and check the bark of that tree over there to see if maybe it was an apple tree, but I was walking through the front yard and it was probably a serious, like, I don't know, 18 inches or 20 inches or so in the front yard. And I was like, nah, I ain't even going to do that. My hand now from holding this camera is frozen. And I think in order to get the camera out of my hand, I might have to break off a few digits. It's crazy. But I got, and this ain't me just trying to justify the change that I've made or anything. I love it. I genuinely love it. Irene and I both knew that at least this first winter, it was going to be hard because we're not set up right the way that we need to be, and we're learning it and everything. But, give us 2 or 3 winters, we'll be all set up with, if I keep the tractor, then the tractor will have the appropriate plow / snow blower, whatever it is I figure out works for us. Or I replace the tractor with something bigger and better. Who knows? But, we will make changes so that we can adapt to this environment and enjoy it, because I've been loving it. Look at this. This is out the window of the mudroom. Those snow drifts, that's definitely 4 feet tall. Probably slightly higher. But yeah, I love it. Me and Irene, it turns out, I don't know if I've told you guys yet, turns out Irene loves taking rides on the snowmobile. Because she's like, oh my God, she sees what I've been talking with her about for such a long time now. With driving dirt bikes and 4-wheelers and stuff on trails. I'm like, it's beautiful. I get to see a forest in a way that you never can, ever. And so now she's getting to see it, and we're driving through a winter wonderland, and she's like, this is beautiful. I'm like, see, told you, but it's a very, very much was a surprise to me that the snowmobile was able to carry us both and not bottom out the suspension constantly. It actually only does it 4 or 5 times per ride, because they keep the trails groomed pretty damn good here. Really good. They keep them groomed very, very, very good. Very well, whatever. So the trails are amazing. And the other thing that I'm not expecting is that Irene actually likes it. And then the third thing I wasn't expecting is she doesn't mind if I go a little bit fast. On the motorcycle, she flips out. She's gotten better about it over the years, absolutely. But at first, she was really flipping out. And maybe it's the experience with the motorcycles that has taught her that I like to blip the throttle. I don't really care about going 100 miles an hour, but I do like to get from, say, 20 to 50 really fast. I like that. And I think maybe because of the experience on the motorcycle, she understands what I'm doing on the snowmobile. And I see a straight stretch, I like to open it up for a couple seconds, and get up to my 40, 45 mile an hour speed. But I'm just shocked that she'll let me go 45 miles an hour. Blown away by it. But no, she's having fun riding it, and we're enjoying the shit out of the snow. We need to go skiing again, but she is pretty confident that March is going to be the good month for skiing. Because with skiing, well, you don't want it to be too cold and stuff. Anyways. But still loving that we moved up here. Everybody is great so far. I mean, just over and over again. It's still constant. We're going, yep, okay. Now we are learning some things about the people up here, and everything's good and stuff, but we're getting used to it, I guess I should say. We're settling in, really enjoying it. But it is bringing its own challenges. You know, no one thought that it would be without challenges. But just in case you guys were wondering, this past Friday, Valentine's Day, the house actually closed in Atlanta, and it is sold. So very happy with that right there. And I couldn't have went to a nicer couple. We really like them, like what they're doing, and it's all good to go. So we have got to get on the ball, and this is going to be a really busy summer because, yeah, a lot of changes have to be made. A lot of changes, and we got to do them while we got good weather, so that we don't have, I mean, we're fine, you know, but yeah, we need to make some changes so that if we get weather like this next year, which I hope we do, all right, but if we get weather like this next year, we need to be able to handle it better. And so certain changes have to take place. Anyways, that's what's going on in Bodie's life. A lot of snow. We're still getting it. We're supposed to be getting it, getting some more, because right now it's just all day today. It's just been wind causing these drifts. Like if you go up there on top of the hill, there's not much snow on the ground at all. I mean, yeah, but you know, I mean, like that much, you know, but it's just the wind has blown it into these drifts, and then, but we're supposed to be getting more snow, I believe, all the way until like Monday. Off and on, you know, some days will have it, some days won't, and everything. So, anyways, there you have it. Later.